Sigma males, the last hope for real relationships. Let's be brutally honest, modern relationships are a complete disaster. Dating today is less about genuine connection and more about convenience. People swipe left and right on dating apps like they're browsing a catalog, treating love as nothing more than a quick transaction. Dates feel more like awkward job interviews, where people size each other up based on superficial qualities rather than true compatibility. And commitment. That's no longer a promise, it's just a temporary arrangement until someone loses interest or finds a better option. Romance has become a game of convenience. People stay together as long as it's exciting, as long as it serves their personal needs. Love is conditional, given freely until something better comes along. Loyalty has been replaced with instant gratification, and deep emotional connections are being sacrificed for short-term thrills. But here's the brutal truth. Real love isn't supposed to be convenient. It isn't about keeping one foot out the door, keeping your options open, or playing mind games to maintain control. It's not about using someone for validation or chasing the approval of people who don't even know what they want. And that's exactly why Sigma males stand out as the last hope for real relationships. They don't follow trends, they don't chase people, and they refuse to engage in the shallow, manipulative dating games that define the modern world. Instead, Sigmas love differently, deeply, fearlessly, and with an unwavering sense of self-respect. While the rest of the world is obsessed with temporary pleasures and meaningless flings, Sigma males seek something real, something built on mutual respect, authenticity, and genuine emotional depth. In a society that treats relationships as disposable, that makes them a rare breed. So, if you're tired of the hookup culture, the endless mind games, and the constant cycle of broken promises, keep watching, because what you're about to hear might just change the way you see love forever. Number 1. They have zero tolerance for manipulation. Most relationships today aren't built on love, they're built on control. Instead of genuine connection, modern dating revolves around psychological games and power plays. One partner tries to keep the upper hand while the other is left guessing, constantly seeking approval. It's a toxic cycle disguised as romance, and it's ruining real relationships. People use manipulation tactics to keep their partners emotionally dependent, withholding affection to make the other person chase, playing hot and cold to create emotional addiction, using jealousy as a weapon to keep their partner on edge. These mind games aren't about love, they're about control. The goal isn't to build trust, it's to keep the other person in a state of uncertainty, afraid of losing interest or falling out of favor. And unfortunately, most people fall for it. Why? Because they're driven by fear. Fear of being alone. They'd rather tolerate manipulation than face solitude. Fear of losing someone, even if the relationship is toxic, they cling to. Fear of not being enough. They constantly seek validation to feel worthy. That's why manipulation works so well in modern dating. It preys on insecurity. But Sigma males, they don't play by those rules. A Sigma male is immune to manipulation because he doesn't operate on fear, he operates on logic. He doesn't crave validation, he doesn't seek approval, and he doesn't allow emotions to cloud his judgment. If someone tries to manipulate him, he won't engage in the game, he'll simply walk away. If a woman withholds affection to make him chase, he doesn't chase, he moves on. If someone tries to make him jealous, it doesn't work, he doesn't care. If a partner plays mind games, he doesn't play back, he leaves. A Sigma male is unbreakable because he doesn't rely on external factors to define his worth. His confidence is uncheckable, his independence is solid, and his self-respect is non-negotiable. That's what makes him the ultimate partner for a real relationship, because true love isn't about control, it's about mutual respect. In a world where people manipulate, deceive, and play games to maintain power, a Sigma male stands out as one of the last men capable of loving the right way. He sees through the nonsense, refuses to tolerate it, and demands something far more valuable: authenticity. Number 2. They value depth over superficiality. Modern relationships are shallow. People connect over shared memes rather than meaningful conversations. They swipe right based on looks but rarely dig deeper to understand the soul behind the face. Romance has become a game of quick thrills rather than lasting connections. Conversations are surface-level people talk, but they don't truly communicate. Relationships are based on temporary excitement. As soon as the thrill fades, so does the commitment. Depth, that's too much effort. Most people don't want to do the emotional work. People chase entertainment, not meaning. They want distraction, not intimacy. That's why so many relationships feel empty the moment the honeymoon phase ends. There was never any real foundation to begin with. But a Sigma male, he's wired differently. He craves depth not just in love, but in every aspect of life. He doesn't waste time on small talk, meaningless connections, or temporary relationships that lack substance. He values authenticity, intelligence, and emotional depth over fleeting attraction. He wants real conversation. He's not interested in gossip, trends, or shallow chatter. He wants to discuss ideas, dreams, and philosophies. He seeks true connection. He isn't satisfied with a relationship that's purely physical. He wants a bond built on understanding and mutual respect. He desires a partner, not a placeholder. He's not looking for someone to fill a void. He's looking for someone who complements his independent nature. Sigma males reject the superficiality of modern dating because they know it leads nowhere. They aren't interested in relationships that are based on appearances, convenience, or temporary highs. They want something real, a connection that doesn't fade when the excitement wears off. And that's precisely why they stand out. In a world where people are obsessed with validation, appearance, and fleeting pleasure, a Sigma male offers something rare: depth, meaning, and authenticity. And in doing so, he becomes one of the last men truly capable of building a relationship that lasts. Number 3, they don't need validation. In today's world, most people are desperate for attention. They live for the dopamine rush of a like, a comment, or a message notification. Social media has turned self-worth into a public auction, where the highest bidder, the one who gives the most attention, wins. People post selfies not just to share moments, but to collect approval. They chase partners not out of genuine love, but because being wanted makes them feel valuable. Their confidence isn't real, it's borrowed from others, and the moment that validation disappears, so does their self-esteem. This addiction to external validation is poisoning modern relationships. Insecurity fuels every interaction. Do they still find me attractive? Are they texting someone else? Am I the most important person in their life? When relationships are built on these fears, they become fragile. Instead of real love, people seek constant reassurance. Instead of trust, they play mind games to maintain control. Instead of deep connection, they settle for fleeting attention. But a Sigma male, he's completely immune to this nonsense. A Sigma male doesn't seek approval. He knows his worth without needing anyone to confirm it. His confidence isn't dependent on compliments, attention, or validation from a partner. He doesn't waste time obsessing over what others think of him, nor does he measure his value by social standards. His self-esteem comes from within, from his actions, his mindset, and his unshakable belief in himself. And that makes him dangerous in the modern dating world, because you can't manipulate a man who doesn't need your approval. He won't fall for attention-seeking tactics. He won't beg for love. He won't stick around just because he's afraid of being alone. A Sigma male is already whole. He doesn't enter a relationship searching for someone to complete him. He enters looking for someone who deserves him. And that's what sets him apart. Because when a man doesn't need you to feel valuable, it forces you to prove your worth in a way most people aren't used to. It demands real effort, real character, and real emotional depth, things that modern dating often lacks. That's why relationships today are failing. Too many people are looking for emotional crutches instead of true partners. They want someone to fill their voids rather than someone to build with. But a Sigma male, he's not playing that game. And that's why he's the last hope for something real. Number 4, they have strong principles. Most people today are morally flexible when it comes to relationships. Integrity, loyalty, and honesty are seen as optional rather than essential. In a world where personal desires often override ethical boundaries, commitment is treated like a convenience rather than a responsibility. Cheating, not that bad if you don't get caught. A little manipulation, no harm done as long as it works. Not happy anymore? Just leave, no need to fix things. ... Relationships are no longer viewed as sacred commitments but rather as temporary agreements that can be abandoned the moment they require effort. But Sigma males, they don't operate like that. ... They don't cheat. Betrayal is not an option because loyalty is non-negotiable. ... They don't manipulate. Playing games and deceiving others is beneath them. They don't make promises they can't keep. If they say they'll be there, they will be. A Sigma male doesn't cheat for the same reason he doesn't lie, it's beneath him. He holds himself to a higher standard, not because society expects it, but because he expects it from himself. His integrity isn't up for negotiation. When a Sigma male commits, he means it. He understands that trust is the foundation of any real relationship. He doesn't believe in shortcuts, half-truths, or temporary loyalty. If he gives his word, he follows through because a relationship without honesty is nothing more than an illusion. Because he knows one simple truth. If you have to lie, cheat, or manipulate to keep a relationship, it was never real in the first place. That's what separates a Sigma male from every other type of man. While others are willing to compromise their values for personal gain, a Sigma male refuses to betray his principles. He would rather be single forever than lower his standards. And in a world where integrity is rare, that makes him one of the last men truly capable of real love. Number 5. They are independent, not clingy. Love is not about possession. It's not about control. It's not about keeping someone on a tight leash to soothe personal insecurities. But modern relationships, they treat love like a contract of ownership. Many people think that love means constant monitoring, endless attention, and emotional dependency. If you really loved me, you'd spend every second with me. Why didn't you text me back in 5 minutes? Let me check your phone, just to be sure. This isn't love, it's obsession disguised as romance. And it's exhausting. Most people aren't actually looking for love. They're looking for emotional security blankets. They want someone to validate them, to be at their beck and call, and to reassure them that they won't be abandoned. They confuse love with attachment, mistaking possessiveness for passion. But a Sigma male, he sees through the trap from a mile away. He doesn't suffocate his partner. He respects personal space and expects the same in return. He doesn't demand constant attention. He has his own life, passions, and goals that don't revolve around a relationship. He doesn't measure love by how much someone clings to him. Love is about trust, not control. A Sigma male understands that real love can only exist between two whole, independent people, not two insecure individuals trying to complete each other out of fear. He doesn't need to be attached at the hip to feel secure in a relationship. He doesn't need constant reassurance or proof of love every 5 minutes. That's why Sigma males break the cycle. They redefine what it means to be in a relationship not as a source of emotional dependency, but as a union between two strong individuals who choose to be together out of mutual respect and genuine connection. While others confuse love with ownership, a Sigma male understands the truth. Real love thrives in freedom, not in control. Number 6. They don't fear being alone. One of the biggest reasons modern relationships fail is because people enter them for the wrong reasons. They're not looking for love, they're looking for companionship at any cost. They fear loneliness, so they settle for relationships that don't fulfill them. They tolerate toxicity, manipulation, and disrespect just to avoid the discomfort of being alone. But a Sigma male, he operates on an entirely different level. He doesn't fear solitude, he embraces it. He doesn't seek a relationship out of loneliness, he seeks it out of genuine connection. He doesn't depend on someone else for happiness, he creates his own. Because of this, a Sigma male is never in a desperate relationship. He doesn't stay with someone just because he's afraid of being single. If a relationship isn't fulfilling, if it's full of drama and toxicity, he walks away without hesitation. Unlike most people, he doesn't cling to a broken relationship out of fear, he lets go because he knows his worth. This makes him one of the most dangerous men in modern dating because he can't be controlled. He's not desperate for love, attention, or approval, and that makes him impossible to manipulate. While others stay in relationships for security, a Sigma male stays only for genuine connection. He doesn't need someone, he chooses them. And that's what makes his love so powerful. Number 7. They prioritize growth over comfort. Most people in relationships crave comfort. They want security, predictability, and stability, sometimes at the cost of personal growth. They avoid difficult conversations, suppress their ambitions, and settle into routine just to maintain the status quo. But Sigma males, they don't settle. They thrive on growth, evolution, and constant self-improvement. They don't believe in stagnation, they believe in pushing limits. They don't accept mediocrity, they challenge themselves and their partners to be better. They don't stay in relationships that hold them back, they seek partners who inspire them to grow. A Sigma male understands that a relationship should be a source of strength, not stagnation. He refuses to stay in a situation that stops him from evolving. He's always working on himself mentally, emotionally, and physically, and he expects the same from his partner. This is what makes him different from most men. While others seek comfort, he seeks excellence. He knows that real love isn't about finding someone to settle down with, it's about finding someone to level up with. And in a world where most people are content with complacency, a Sigma male's mindset is rare. He doesn't just want love, he wants a partnership that challenges both people to become the best version of themselves. And that's exactly why he's one of the last men capable of building a real, meaningful relationship. Number 8. They demand loyalty and offer it in return. Loyalty in modern relationships is becoming a rarity. Many people keep their options open, treat relationships as temporary conveniences, and engage in flirtation or emotional cheating just to keep their egos fed. Social media has made it easier than ever for people to seek validation outside of their relationships, leading to a culture where commitment is often seen as a burden rather than a virtue. But a Sigma male, he doesn't play those games. He doesn't tolerate half-hearted commitment, it's all or nothing. He doesn't entertain flirtation or disloyalty, he values exclusivity. He doesn't waste time on people who can't stay loyal, he walks away without second chances. A Sigma male is not interested in competing for someone's attention. If he's in a relationship, he expects his partner to be fully present, fully committed, and fully honest, because that's exactly what he offers in return. Unlike most men who might tolerate disrespect out of fear of losing someone, a Sigma male has no tolerance for betrayal. He won't beg for loyalty, and he won't chase after someone who doesn't respect him enough to be faithful. But here's what makes him different. He isn't just demanding loyalty, he embodies it. If he commits to someone, he means it, he's not looking for an easy escape. If he gives his word, he keeps it because integrity is everything to him. If he loves deeply because he doesn't do anything halfway. A Sigma male believes that trust is sacred. In his world, if you can't be loyal, you don't deserve a place in his life. He would rather be single forever than in a relationship full of lies and deceit. And that's why he's different. While others accept half-hearted love, mind games, and emotional disloyalty, a Sigma male demands something real, and if he can't find it, he has no problem walking away. Because at the end of the day, he knows that a relationship without loyalty is just a ticking time bomb. If you found this video insightful or relatable, why not join our growing community? Subscribe to the channel for more content exploring the mindsets, traits, and behaviors of Sigma males. Your engagement helps us dive deeper into these unique perspectives. Be sure to like this video if it resonated with you, share it with someone who might appreciate it, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Remember, as a Sigma male or someone inspired by their path, staying true to yourself is the ultimate strength. Keep evolving, stay strong, and we'll see you in the next video.